you are. Can you hear me? I think I got you.
Cool, wonderful.
How are you?
I am good.
Just, I had nothing else to do, so like,
I feel you. Sort of taking it a day at a time.
I'm
Cause
glad you dressed up for this.
something fresh, something casual.
Thank you for doing this. I think the newsletter is great, but I think it needs more cast content. Oh, what happened? Where'd you go?
I'm here.
Yeah, and we got all practice social distancing, so this is the best way we can do it, right?
Fair point.
Yeah. So, have you learned any new skills now that you've been away, or?
I'm not gonna count OSHA training as a new skill because that's a whole separate thing.
Yeah.
But uh, if we're being technical about it, uh, I guess I could say that a skill that I've learned is how to research and properly source supplies in grocery stores based on location. uh if we're gonna be technical and call shopping that, I'll get into a mood and I'll just be on missions because I'm like, okay, I know what we need in the house, so I'm just going to like multiple. I got a full tank of gas. I'm going to multiple stores, finding all the smaller grocery stores too, and the specific cultural ones too, because they have supplies that no one
Oh
knows
my
about.
gosh.
And so it's like,
Yes.
look, I pulled up at H Mart the other day, and I was like, yo, y'all are stocked.
They
And
are.
it's great. So it's like, just figuring out, okay, where am I? What can I find that's around here? Okay, where do I need to go next? And then just being a little nimble about it and just being more in tune with what's around me. That's the other thing too. So I guess that's a new thing.
Yeah. So when I go to H Mart as well, I go there for the fruits and vegetables because
Mm-hmm.
they are stacked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
This video chat brought to you by H Mart. So what do you miss the most about being here?
People, even if I'm not interacting with anyone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like being in a building and knowing that there are people around, you know, that I miss. I miss that environmental aspect of it.
We got the weirdest people,
Mm-hmm.
but they're great. They're great
Yeah, we
people.
we
Yeah.
have characters like I miss coming in on Tuesday mornings and cutting it up with Ryan and just that interaction. I miss that interaction, but that aspect of just being in a room where there is people energy. Miss that.
Yeah. I think the energy that we actually have is different than anywhere you work.
Yeah,
And I think that's why I've been here for so long is because it's just the people. The people are amazing.
yeah,
It's okay, but the
yeah.
people, Terpswag is where
This is correct.
it's at. When we do reopen,
Mm-hmm.
because we're going to reopen. I mean, DC is not going to be closed forever.
Correct.
So when we do reopen, what do you think you're going to change the most about not just your tour, but just working here? So
So
are you gonna say, Xander, get out? I'm here. Out of my way.
no. So I'm probably going to try to get out of the office more, even though it's kind of weird and kind of hard to do, just depending on what the nature of what we do is, whether we're training or not. So, because like there are some days where we're just out of the office just because of what we're training.
Right.
Um, but just trying to have sort of more of a balance between in the office and out, and just being around people and just taking a couple more breaths and realizing, okay, we're in the thick of doing whatever this task is, but it's not, everything I need to be focused on right now.
Yeah.
So just coming up for air, I guess.
What's your favorite trolley memory?
Uh, I'm gonna say cherry blossoms of last year for the sole fact that we didn't get to have them this year.
Yeah.
And I want that memory again only because I want to see how far I've come from last year
Mhm.
to like now, because knowing how to dispatch now, knowing a little bit more about the tour, knowing how to give a little bit of a better tour, so just missing that environment, missing that rush of energy to where while we're in it, it's stressful because it's DC and it's cherry blossoms. It's a
Right.
high pack season.
Right.
But looking on the outside of it, it is, it's fast paced, it's energetic, it gets you going. It's like you're on the wire, but you know you're like able to perform well. So I kind of miss that level of energy a little bit.
I missed them this year, and then they closed the whole tidal basin.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, because I was honestly thinking, okay, maybe one of these days I'll like drive down, not necessarily drive down to the tidal basin because I knew everyone else was gonna do that, but maybe I'll drive a couple blocks close and just like walk down there. And then they were like, no, it's shut down. I was like, oh god,
Yeah.
because I was gonna go to a spot where I know no one goes, but of course they closed the whole thing down. I'm like, oh, I hate this.
What's on the shelves?
Hold on, let me get one that's not gonna fall. So I subscribe to Spreaderbox. So
Okay.
So once a month, you get a box delivered to you, and it's a whole bunch of different men's accessories, and the accessories change every month. So this one, it's got dress socks. This one has toothpaste, grooming kit, and then a pocket square, $100 wine voucher, and a voucher for like a training coach thing. At least two of these boxes had like $100 watches in them. But you're only paying $30. So if you bought the items separately, you paid more, but because you get them in the bundle, you end up getting things that are like really cool in value. And this green bag over here, I'm trying to point to it in the screen. There it is. That green bag over there, that's the bag that I brought back from Key West of like all the gifts and stuff that I bought.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time to go through it and put everything up where I want to yet, but that's still all the gifts in there. There's a conch shell in there. There's couple of trinkets and stuff and all the stuff that we got from the safety officer conference. So that's the magical shelf of mismash mosh.
This part of the video cast brought to you by Spreaderbox.
Brought to you by Spreaderbox. Subscribe now.
All right, stupid question time. What's the worst thing a person can put on their bio on a dating app?
I'm gonna tell myself. So one, networking, because are you on Tinder to network? No. Like that's so dumb. It's so pretentious. That, and also like the fact that they're looking for the perfect person, because no one is perfect. So just say what you like or say what you're interested in and go from there. Don't be like, I'm looking for a person who has this, and this, because you're not going to find a laundry list. Those are the two worst things.
All right. Name something that doesn't smell great, but you want to keep smelling it anyway.
Something that doesn't smell great, but you want to keep smelling it anyway?
Yeah.
The smell right after it rains.
Huh. You don't think that smells good?
Not particularly. Like, I mean, there are things that smell better. And then depending on what the rain just washed away, you may get other smells in there. But it's kind of like I'll take it. I'll continue that.
You were suddenly arrested for no reason, and your face was flashed all over the TV screen. What would your family and friends assume you did?
What would they assume I did?
Yeah.
Gosh. Either like something technical, like maybe like fraud or something, or like I just got framed for something and they're trying to figure out what it is.
If you could replace all the grass in the world, what would it be?
If I could replace all the grass in the world?
All the grass.
What would I replace it with?
Yeah, what would you replace it with?
Clover.
Clover?
Mm-hmm.
What kind of grass?
Clover is distinctly different from grass.
What's the difference? I mean, it's a weed, right?
In technical terms, yes, but it's actually, clover is like more natural. Like ideally it should be moss. Ideally you should replace grass with moss, but moss is kind of like finicky, and also it doesn't necessarily feel good to like walk on, because moss kind of, if you walk on the wrong moss, sometimes it's moist and it's like that doesn't feel good on your feet. So it's like, no. But if you're not able to ideally replace grass with moss, you should replace it with clover, because clover is more natural and clover is a little bit more sustainable than grass. Mm-hmm.
If you had the power to shrink anything and take it with you, what would you shrink and what would you do with it?
The power to shrink anything and take it with me. the Bureau of Engraving and Printing so I could have a constant supply of money coming out of my pocket.
Ah. You spend that money at H Mart.
Yeah, of course. I'm ready.
All right, so we got a pool going. When do you think college is going to reopen?
I'm going to say, okay, right now it's the beginning of April.
Yeah.
Let's say June 10th or June 15th. Now, by open, do you mean like open to us or like open running service?
Open running service.
Yeah, okay, so open running service, June 10th.
June 10th.
Mm-hmm. So they say that the peak cases should be happening within the next couple of weeks for DC area, right? So let's say the peak cases happen in 2 weeks from now. So end of April, boom. As we come down from the peak, we get down to like, let's say mid-May. Mid-May to the end of May, let's say we work on our plan of like getting the operation back up, coming in, getting the trolleys ready, and getting people in. Then we're going to have to spend time recertifying each and every driver. So I'll say June 10th.
June 10th. All right. Richard says June 10th. I hope it's earlier.
I hope so too, because this all feels very weird,
Yeah. I was hoping for Memorial Day. That's my guess. Memorial Day.
Okay.
Why not?
Fair.
You're my first episode. Yay!
Wonderful. I'm very happy.
All right. Thanks, Richard.
You're welcome, babe. Have a good one.
You too. Bye.
Bye.